Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. That was a very loud hello. Very excited. I'm going to do a Weiss beer this evening, and it is from Erdinger. It's not their classic Weiss beer. It is their Urweisse, coming in at 4.9% ABV. I'm not really sure what the difference is between a Weiss beer and an Urweisse, if I'm honest. All I know is apparently they use a specific yeast strain, generally, with an Urweisse. Some people believe they do give a more concentrated sort of flavours, the classic sort of Weiss beer style. You'll get sort of banana and cloves, spices, things like that. An Urweisse, from what I understand, which isn't a great deal, it's meant to be sort of turned up slightly. I hope so. So one of my favourite Weiss beers is the Erdinger Urweisse. So I was very excited to see this when I did see it. 4.9%. There is the Erdinger Urweisse bottle cap, which is very nice. Very nice. Randomly, I bought this bottle in Malta. I went on holiday a couple of weeks ago, and there was like a spa. Was it a spa? I think it was a spa. Little supermarket next to my hotel. And they had random beers in there like this. And I was like, I've never had that one. I ended up bringing it home with me. So I'm going to crack it open now. So a 4.9% German Weiss beer from Erdinger. Not a great deal on the aroma from the bottle. I'm going to give it a gentle pour, pouring it into a generic Weiss beer glass. I'm going to try and get the lot in there. Good carbonation. I can hear that fizzing away from here. Give the bottle a little bit of a shake. Any sediment or anything like that that's in there, I want all of it in, because that's the kind of guy I am. Boom. Look at that. I say it every time I pour a Weiss beer into one of these glasses. That looks spectacular. Really good levels of carbonation. Lovely light amber colour to it. Ever so slightly off-white, foamy head on it. But look at the carbonation roaring up on that bad boy. She is a beast. She looks the part, that's for sure. Let's get this now in and see if I can get aroma through that large foamy head. Very subtle aroma. This beer is good until June of next year, so it's still quite fresh. Erdinger Urweisse. See if I can chuck any more of the sort of yeasty bits on top of it and try and enhance the aroma. It's bready. It smells bready. Subtle spicy note. Not a great deal, to be honest. It's a bit of an underwhelming aroma. I can see sort of floaters and things in there. Loads of them, in fact. Can you see that? Little bits floating around in there. Let's get stuck in, shall we? Cheers. I'll be honest, that reminds me a little bit of the standard Erdinger Weiss beer. It's just sort of okay. Quite earthy. Quite an earthy Weiss beer. Good body. Really, proper mouth filling. Really coats the palate. Soft, dry finish to this one. I'm going to be honest, I'm disappointed. Off the bat, I've had a mouthful and I'm a little bit disappointed with it. I'm comparing this to Erdinger, which perhaps isn't fair, because I think Erdinger are a considerably better brewery than Erdinger, in my opinion. Subtle kind of caramelly notes. Bit of spice. Bit of dryness. At the back end there. But to be honest, the most prevalent note to this beer, the most prevalent element to this beer is the body. It's got a really lovely mouthfeel, really smooth, almost creamy, really kind of drinkable. It really makes it, you know, glide down. Slight subtle toffee, bit of caramel, sort of slightly raisiny, slightly bready. And then there's a dryness that comes in. I don't think this is any better than the standard Erdinger Weiss beer, if I'm honest. And I think, personally, the Erdinger Weiss beer is a very run-of-the-mill German Weiss beer. And I hoped this was going to be a level up. And I just don't think it is. I don't think it is. I compare it to the Erdinger Urweisse, which is, you know, banoffee strong. It's spicy. It's rich. It's a gorgeous beer. This is a poor man's version of that, in my opinion. That is, I don't see the point. Going on this bottle, I don't see the point in Erdinger releasing an Urweisse when they've already got the Weiss beer. There's not enough in this beer to make me think, oh, I won't go for the Urweisse, I'll just have the standard Weiss. It's all right. It's not horrible. It's not undrinkable or anything like that. It's actually quite pleasant, but it's just meh. It's very forgettable. 4.9%. I think it's slightly lighter than the standard Weiss. I think the normal Weiss is 5, isn't it? 5%. So slightly less alcohol. Yeah, I can't hide my disappointment, if I'm honest. It's just a bit underwhelming. Just a bit underwhelming. It's okay. But I think you could get a better Weiss beer in a supermarket. Like a supermarket's own brand Weiss beer. I think you could get a better Weiss in an Aldi or a Lidl than that. I just think that's a bit meh, a bit run of the mill. You know? I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with that. Erdinger Urweisse, I think that's a bang average wheat beer, to be honest. And it's because it's from Erdinger that I was expecting more. Like I say, it's not bad, but it's not good. And I'm not going to give it a good score just because it's Erdinger. I'm going to give it. I'm going to be honest. I feel like I'm moaning. I've got that tone to my voice. I'm just going to give it a 5 out of 10. There you go. A 5 out of 10 for Erdinger's Urweisse. It's just a bit bang average, to be honest. You might really enjoy this. Let me know in the comments below. Are you a particular fan of the Urweisse, or do you prefer Erdinger standard Weiss? Are you like me, where you're a little bit on the fence with Erdinger? They're a bit kind of run-of-the-mill, bit bang average. There are better German Weiss beers that are readily available in British supermarkets. And I would go as far to say there are better Weiss beers that are available in the supermarkets that are produced for the supermarkets than that. And I think that's quite a damning statement. Not that Erdinger will give a shit, but I just think that's a bang average Weiss. So there you go. 5 out of 10 from me. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Until my next one, you take care.